and it's coming up next on Madden Football. First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen here in the booth. Partner, this is a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go here in Atlanta. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft out of USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And this is the opportunity Sam Darnold's been working for. I mean, to resurrect his career after some struggles early on in New York. He's had a bit of a mixed bag, but there is no mistaking the physical talent, the arm strength, the ability to play quarterback at a high level. He has it all. There's a reason he was drafted where he was, Mike, and I think Minnesota has themselves a sleeper here at the quarterback position.
Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll put Addison in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
Play fake to Jones, now Darnold. Throw across his body is complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
They'll put Addison in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Slot receiver headed right. Here comes the jet sweep. And he did not want to go down. good running. Manages to gain 5.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
On 4th down, on comes the rookie, Will Reichert, to try this Viking field goal.
Delay of game, offense.
So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. And now it's a flip back to the kicker. It's a fake. This is caught. And he's going to get into the end zone. What a call. The fake works to perfection. 4-6. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Avery Williams on the return. And he brings this back all the way to midfield. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
Like, I remember the first time I watched one of his college games, and I was blown away. I mean, the accuracy. That ball looks like it's jumping out of his hand. He is physically talented. He's mature. He's played a lot of football. He has overcome a lot of adversity, man. That is a formula for success in the NFL. He might have to wait a little bit to find his time, but the more opportunities he gets like here in this one, I think he has a bright future.
Taking off. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq. Go.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Josh Metellus there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun here. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Vikings have got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet At the end of the game, and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
The Vikings offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll go back to Jones on 1st down. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
You have to appreciate the effort. The guy's given everything he has to try to make something out of nothing, but understand sometimes you just have to live to survive another down and not take a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't react to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike, living in these 3rd and long.
Now, how about this? It's a fake. And this is going to be incomplete. So they let the punter try and throw for it. Not sure if he did that on his own. Either way, doesn't matter. They've turned it over on down. First and 10 now from the 36. Pitts is the man in motion. Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. That's caught. Ray McLeod. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points. What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing again, it's Penix. This one caught at the 4.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They can keep the drive alive if they get to the 4, but facing 3rd down at the moment. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Michael Penix. Touchdown Atlanta.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Koo able to add the extra point. And Falcons will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. Whoa! He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A give to Jones, heading right. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll go play action with Darnold. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
Will Reichard now on for the extra point. Oh, look at this. It's a fake. This will be caught. And he's not going to get there. Very, very curious call. You could have just lined up for 2 and gone for it. Instead, they try this and come up empty. Reichard out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This one will be taken in the end. Run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going.
Offside.
Tackled
Defense.
for the loss of a yard.
Still 1st down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Inside the 30. The speed on display. He's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
On is Koo for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Falcons move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Chandler now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but fair to say, defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down. Out of the gun, they give it to Jones. Finding room across midfield. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Vikings.
One quarter in the books. It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. Darnold to throw on 1st down. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Now Jones. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Let's go now.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. We'll get this to Pitts once more. And he will score. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons extend. It's 21. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Chandler now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. Ho-ho! Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play. 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, Jones. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They run it once more with Jones. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to get all the way down to the Vikings' 24-yard line. A big play for Minnesota. And even 30 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll put Addison in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Vikings.
That's a heck of a run right there. And I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
Riker now to add the extra point. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. And he's not going to get there. Very, very curious call. You could have just lined up for 2 and gone for it. Instead, they try this and come up empty. Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Ray McLeod on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get back to work. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Here's Robinson, and no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, Penix. He can't get away, and he's lost the football. But he'll gather it back in. Well, the pressure was on there, and they do get him for the sack. Almost got a turnover out of it as well, Greg. Fortunate to keep possession.
Really fortunate, Mike. That ball ended up kind of bouncing back into a spot where the quarterback was able to fall on it, but you mentioned it. That play was very close to being a complete disaster for the offense.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's Powell to return. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Vikings offense and Aaron Jones set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Finding space inside the 40. And he's going to get all the way down to the Vikings' 28-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
The production has been sensational early on. The last catch putting him over 100 receiving yards, and we still have another half to play. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They run straight ahead with Jones. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss. I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection.
Now how about this? It's a fake. And they will finally bring him down, but what a call there. The fake works, big yardage, and the first down.
Gutsy call there. They forego the field goal attempt and allow their offense to come back on the field to try to end this drive with 6. Now, how often do we see those plays blow up in your face and we question the decision? But when they get it right, we have no choice but to tip our cap and say job well done.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8.
Had ourselves a bit of a one-man wrecking crew out there for a minute, huh, Mike? I mean, dishing out punishment to every defender in his way. I'll tell you, the next guy who comes in one-on-one, he's going to have that run in the back of his mind.
Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. That one, take it in. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Minnesota. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And this is going to be caught in the end zone. Of all the unlikely plays to see, it winds up being good for 2 points. Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Williams now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
Here we go. Set up.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Penix. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. He is in. Touchdown, Vikings. Big play from the special teams there, Greg. Not only did they come up with the block, but they return it for the touchdown, get a little bit of momentum with this big play.
Yeah, and there's always a little bit of a risk and reward that a coach has to balance anytime he calls for a punt rush. And we saw there exactly why you do it. You're able to get your hand, block the ball, and in this case, you get the extra bonus because it leads to a touchdown.
Will Reichard now on for the extra point. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. And he's not going to get there. Very, very curious call. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. McLeod now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. That's caught. It's high. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Let's go now.
They'll throw. It's Penix. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
Ready, set.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Set, go.
And here's Bijan. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
The defense is willing to just give up that run every single time. I mean, they're going to leave guys as far back as they can to protect the sticks. And in this case, flow to the ball, make an open field tackle, get off the field.
Offside, defense.
On comes the punter now. And remember, the last time they tried this, he had it blocked. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Darnold. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Now he's free to midfield. He's to the 10. And he will dive into the end zone. 89 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Riker now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Falcons offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. The clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. They face second down and 7. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. He's got his man, it's Mooney. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now a 3rd and 2. Third and 2, and Penix. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. Here's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
So we come upon halftime, and the visitors, the Vikings, on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, as are the coaches, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our Halftime Report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here we go, here we go.
On first down, it's Penix. That'll be caught by McLeod. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
Now the lefty panics on first down. Off he goes. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Let's go now.
A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. Good blocking to the 15. And he's going to take this all the way home. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Falcons. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return, it's Brandon Powell. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The visitors' offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Play fake to Jones. Now Darnold. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
Now a handoff. Jones.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Third and long. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Falcons will have great field position right around midfield.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a first and 10.
Here we go, set.
Pitts is the man in motion.
Go.
And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. On play action, Penix. Open man down the field, Mooney. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. That one good for 26 yards.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. He's got his big tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Atlanta. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Powell now to bring it back. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and Justin Jefferson headed back onto the field. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Here's Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Darnold now to throw. Now he takes off. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. Here's Jones. Tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that play.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
A tough spot here. Third and long. On the draw, here's Jones. And he's going to go backwards yet again. The defense stands up tall one more time, and they force a fourth down.
What you love about these running backs, Mike, is that their confidence is that they can make every play a big play. But in this case, sometimes you have to know, all right, it's over. Cut my losses, try to get back to the original line of scrimmage and survive to the next down. But tries to make this play extended, takes a big loss.
So on fourth down, out comes Ryan. Now, how about this? It's a fake. Oh, what a mess here. It is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. Well, they went for the trick with the fake punt. Instead, they end up with disaster on their hands. The treat is for the defense as they come up with the pick six.
Yeah, and anytime you roll the dice with a fake punt, Mike, you're hoping to capitalize that the punt return team is not expecting it. In this case, they were. They were able to step in front of it and take it all the way back the other way for a touchdown.
And now you get the pick six, and right on the heels of that, the offense comes out to go for two. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That one batted away and incomplete. Good work there defensively. The try for two does not work. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Chandler now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. The deficit is one as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Darnold. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the give, it's Jones. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one
Delay
off
of game,
on time.
Offense. Still 2nd down.
On the ground now with Jones. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota.